You are now live. Oh my goodness, there's fireworks coming out behind me. Why is it doing that? I've not seen that before. Hello. It's 21 weeks until I will be starting the walk from Norway to Spain. But first, I'll have the Ironman in Kalmar, Sweden. So this is my Thursday check-in. Oh, hi. Excuse me, I am going to start doing my washing up because I've just got to I'm just trying to fit a lot in my day at the moment and still got to get it done. So, right, where am I at? Planning wise, for the trip, I have not done any planning, route, etc. since last week. So that's that. Moving on. This is a bit. There's gonna be. I've made some notes this time. Last week I just sort of waffled from here and there. So I've got some notes, and it's gonna be structured a little bit more like a business meeting. There'll be ANOB at the end. Any questions? If you've got any questions, ask along. So. Health. So I have ulcerative colitis, which is partly why I'm going to be doing this big adventure. It really made me put life into perspective and realise how precious our health is, because literally, you can have your health and then literally a week later you're struggling to leave the house or get up, feel really ill, you could be in hospital. I know many people have ended up having to have emergency surgery, and their lives have just been drastically changed. Plus, let's not even talk about fatigue and drugs and everything else. So anyway, I was basically getting some ulcerative colitis symptoms in December time, abdominal pain. I was seeing some blood, and so I had some tests run in January by my IBD team at the hospital, which I'm linked to, and after 2 weeks the results came back saying there was no infection, which is good, and then they just needed to wait for the inflammation results. I still haven't had them. It's like, I don't know, end of March. But what we did was I doubled my drug dose of Pentasa, which has now calmed all my symptoms. But the issue is I'm now on double the dose. I'm on the highest dose you can be on, which is on 4 grams a day, which I will show you. This is what one of my tablets looks like for scale. So I'm on 4 of these a day, and obviously they don't really like you, and I'm on another drug as well, but they don't really like to be on full dose, because obviously when you do start to get ill, you then don't have it. You can't just be like, oh, I can double that because I'm already on the high dose. Anyway, the other issue is I'm now going through my prescription at twice the speed, and then it means I'm having to pay for my prescription at twice the speed. So, and now I've been feeling a lot better and I've not been having any symptoms. Anyway, I'm still waiting on the results. I sent a chaser email yesterday to see what was going on. Anyway, so that I've been also just basically feeling this week I've been feeling really just exhausted, overwhelmed, and pretty fed up. I basically posted a video yesterday just saying that I wanted a day in bed to cry, which is pretty accurate. I had physio yesterday, and my physio said that I've overdone it. So I've had a lot going on behind the scenes, like with work. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff ready so I can leave for like 6 months to do this trip, plus Ironman training. So yeah, I think I'm just basically a bit overloaded with everything, and you just don't know. I never know then, is it like just a bit of stress, is it my hormones, is it like some sort of fatigue from UC, because even if you're not in a flare, you can still be experiencing, your body's still processing the fact you've got an autoimmune disease. Processing, I don't know if that's the right word. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah, physio yesterday. So basically I've then been having like some back pain when I've been running and walking, like at certain angles I'd land and I'd get this like pain shooting up my back, all linked to my hip flexors and glutes. So I had physio yesterday, and yeah, he was basically like, you've overdone it. Also, we were talking about the things that I'd normally do, which I haven't been doing. Like, I've missed yoga for like the last 3 weeks. So yeah, basically all the things that you kind of do and you're like, oh, I don't really feel like I'm getting a lot from this. Those things all do actually add up to prevent injury. So I felt a lot better after having had the physio yesterday, and then I did go to the gym last night, did some sort of strength and mobility stuff with some stretching, and just having moved my body in a different way that wasn't cardio just felt really good, because I've missed a few strength sessions. So yes, so I'm going to say I do feel quite a bit better today. I am coming down with some cold thing. I'm just waking up quite snotty, and I had a bit of a sore throat as well yesterday. So I think there's a mixture of that. Also, I can't really forget that. So like last week, see, on the Tuesday, did 28 kilometres like hike on my birthday. Then I had a really busy, like I basically had to cram 5 days of work into 3 at work. I did some really long days, and then I was in London Friday to Sunday, went to Bushy Park Run, which if you're a park runner, it's like it's like home of the park run, so it's a bit of a tourist like a park run tourist trap. So did that. There was 1,400 people. It was very busy. It was like the busiest one I've ever done before. It was very busy. Anyway, I was taking it easy, and but I was feeling really good because I hadn't actually trained for like 2 days, and my legs were like, oh yeah, I feel all right. And Sam was running with me because he had a bit of a knee injury thing, so he was going slow. He was going my pace. Anyway, I was like, oh, getting near the end, and because there were just like so many people. Whereas I'm used to a park run that might only have like 200 people, so when you're getting near the end, there's like no one really to overtake. But there was like loads of people, so I just started picking up the pace. Anyway, I ended up doing the sprint finish, and we finished just ahead of this couple of ladies. We got into the funnel, and we were like faffing around trying to stop our watches, so they like walked in front of us. Anyway, then they were like chatting, and there at this park run, they have like a really wide, like the funnel's really wide. Like normally it's just the width of a person, so you all stay in line, because then when you get through the other end, you get given your barcode, and then that's your that's like your position number, and that's your time for it. Whereas this was really, really wide, and so I basically, when these ladies were chatting, we were just like, I was like, all right, let's just move back in front of them to keep our line in the funnel. And then a few minutes later, because this funnel was massive, the ladies then, one of them says to me like, oh, should we just skip in front of you here then, so we can, you know, keep our position for the thing? And I was like, oh yeah, we finished ahead of you. And she was like, oh no, we finished ahead of you. I was like, no, we finished ahead of you. She's like, no, we finished ahead of you. We need to be in front of you. So at that point I was just like, it's okay, lady, like just go, because of our token numbers were 970 and 971. I was like, you're not gonna have got like there was people finishing ahead of us, so like our finish times would have been like 1 second difference. And I was just like, oh gosh, are you gonna really be that petty to get 970? Do you know what, if you're in the top 10, fair enough. But I was like, oh, come on, you're like 900 and something out of 1,400 people. It's not going to make that much of a difference to park run time. So anyway, then spent the entire day then like walking about, which probably wasn't a good idea. By the end of the day, Sam could barely walk with his knee. Then the next day, we had the Hampton Court Half Marathon, which I finished 13 minutes. I took 13 minutes off of my PB. I've only ever done 2 before, and the last one was at the end of the half Ironman. So obviously my legs would have probably been tired when, like my previous one, because obviously I spent like, I just cycled 90k. Anyway, so I was really happy with that. I ran the whole way. I ran it with some friends that I know from my local park run until we kind of sort of split off a bit. And one of my friends basically was running about 30 seconds ahead of me for like the last 2-3k, and I just couldn't catch her. Like every time I'd catch up a bit, she'd go on ahead. But yeah, so really happy with that. Obviously I have my new trainers, which are like running on sponges, so that's cool. So yeah, oh, another tip was we ended up, partly because of such massive queues for like the toilets and bag drop and everything, by the time I'd actually found my like friends there, and then we actually got to the start of the race, we'd completely missed the wave we were meant to be in. So we ended up being in the very last wave, which was to be, I think it was 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's what the pacer sign was. So we set off with them, spent the entire half marathon just constantly overtaking people, which was like a massive morale boost when you're like, oh, I'm really flagging a bit. It was like, oh, more people to overtake, more people to overtake. So that was really good. Whereas I think if I'd started in my actual wave, I'd probably have been like, oh, this is demoralising because everyone's now running off ahead. Maybe they'd have been the people that were overtaking the other people. So, yeah, so that was the weekend. Monday was rest day. Tuesday, I basically had another rest day because I was just feeling really tired and I was trying to catch up with work. It was like yesterday with physio, gym. So that's, and then this week. So I was like, all right, I need to just get back into routine because I feel like last week really threw me off. Then I remembered that Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. So tomorrow I've got a swimathon, and I signed up for it's called the triple 5k. So each day I have to do 5k, and it's sort of, I say race conditions, because I did it last year. So basically I'll be in swim lane with like, I don't know, 3 or 6 other people, and I've got to swim 200 lengths as fast as you can, really. My aim for this year was to be able to do it all front crawl, but I just haven't basically given my front crawl the attention it's needed. I have massively improved on my front crawl, considering I only had my first lesson this time last year. But it's starting to get as fast as my breaststroke, but basically I then end up, I still can't do the legs properly, and I just end up more knackered. So I'm going to basically breaststroke it all, but I can just maintain that for a longer time and maintain my breathing. I will attempt to do some front crawl at some of it, but I'm also aware that I've got to do 15 kilometres of blooming swimming this weekend, so I also just don't want to overdo it on my shoulders. I've also not swam for 2 weeks, which is kind of a good and a bad thing. I mean, my shoulders are going to be massively rested, but on the other hand, my body's going to be like, oh, I can't remember how to swim. So I've got that, so that's also going to throw out, so I'm not going to do like my usual like long run and bike this weekend. Easter, so I'm putting together this Easter triathlon. If anyone fans is coming along, the course is now set and mapped. It's 22 kilometres. That's the bike, sorry. Yeah, I've also measured the run. So basically it's from Lake in sort of Somerford Canes. It's just a fun, it's no like entry, I'm just organising this myself. I'm not responsible for anyone's insurance or accidents or anything like that. Basically a 500 metre swim in lake, 22k bike around nice quiet country lanes, and then heading back to the lake and running around the lake. Options to do 1 lap or 2. It's 2.25 kilometres per lap. So yes, I'm glad I've got that sorted out now. I've got a little WhatsApp group for the people that are doing it so far. So if you want to join, come along. You don't need to be a pro. Several people there are doing it for the first time because they've got actual triathlons coming up this year and wanting to have a go at seeing what that's like. What else? Social media, a website. I've not done anything to the website in the last week. My aim is to get the basic version of it just live by next week, ideally. And sponsors wise, I have, let me dry my hands. I've had through a cap from Kylo in the Wild, which is my colours. This is actually to do with, I named one of their products, which was a white cap. I named it Yeti. And they were going to send me that, but I was like, can I get this one because it's my colours? And I've got my brand ambassador box arriving. I think it should arrive today, so going to have the new cap and glasses and stuff. So yeah, I've not done any work on any additional sponsors since that week. What else is going on? I think that's nearly it. I've not nearly finished my washing up. Oh yeah, social media stuff. So I'm trying to aim to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok so I can go live on TikTok. I think I'm up to 20 followers or something now. My physio just followed me yesterday after we were talking about it, so that was very exciting to get one new. Actually, someone that know me. I have put up 2 videos on there now, and to get some random followers, which is quite cool. Strangers from the internet. I love strangers from the internet. Anyway, so yes. Oh, and the other thing is I have set up my YouTube account, but I still haven't posted. So by this time next week, I will have the basic website will be live, and I will have posted a couple of things to YouTube, and I will start being consistent with posting onto Tickety Tock Tock. Yeah, so that is about it from me. I'm hoping this cold thing does not set me back too much, and then next week I should be back onto normal training plan. Yes, as it's also only 12 weeks until, oh gosh, what have I got my first half Ironman, but I think I've got before that. Oh, what have I got? This Elsa, oh no, 7th of June weekend, 7th of June, I've got the Blenheim Weekend Warrior. I need someone to come and help me. I need an assistant, because basically the one I'm doing is you basically swim, bike, run, and then start again, and you see how many of the triathlons you can do over the weekend. So I do actually need, hi Mike, hi Dan, I do actually need a someone to help me basically then like sort my kit out, like whilst I'm on the bike they need to like reset my wetsuit, and I think my friend who did it last year was saying that then it needs to go to another place. I don't know if transitions, anyway, I have no idea, but I do actually need a volunteer if someone wanted to come for an entire weekend at Blenheim Palace to assist with that. Righty ho, that is me done for my Thursday check-in. Thank you and goodbye. Good night. Oh, how do I end this? Why can I never remember how to end this? Goodbye!